Welcome. Today is all about acing situational writing for the PSLE English Paper 1. Success comes down to mastering 4 key areas: format, register, content, and avoiding mistakes. Let's start with the 4 most common writing situations that appear in the PSLE exam and the specific rules for each one. A formal letter is addressed to officials like a principal or manager. It requires the strict full block format, including the sender's address, date, and a formal salutation and sign-off, such as "yours sincerely." An informal email is for friends or relatives, allowing for a friendly, warm tone and contractions, and does not require a full address. A report is for a teacher or committee. It demands headed sections, a factual and objective tone. A speech or notice is for a public audience. A speech involves direct address, while a notice must be brief, clear, and structured with a heading. Importantly, students must avoid 2 major errors: using wrong register and missing content points. We will go over details next. The most important rule for getting the register right is to always identify your audience first, then match your language to them. Writing to your principal is completely different from writing to your best friend. Let's start with the formal register. You use this for officials, teachers, or strangers. This demands respect, which means avoiding contractions. You must use full forms like "I am writing to," not "I'm." Use polite distance, phrasing things as requests, such as "I would like to request." You should use precise vocabulary and absolutely no slang or colloquialisms. Your salutation must be formal, "Dear Mr. Tan," or if the name is unknown, "Dear Sir, Madam." And finally, the sign-off must be "yours sincerely" if you know the person's name, or "yours faithfully" if you do not. In contrast, the informal register is for friends and family. Here, contractions are allowed. You can use a friendly, warm tone, like "I hope you're doing well." Conversational phrases and casual vocabulary are perfectly fine. Your salutation is simply "Dear name," and your sign-off can be casual, "Best wishes," "With love," or "Your friend." If you are unsure about your language, ask yourself, would a professional send this to their boss? If the answer is no, you must revise it. Let's apply this to the scenario. A student is writing to their principal about the canteen food. First, look at the example using informal register. Phrases like "hey," "really bad," and "we all hate it" are far too casual and disrespectful for a principal. The demand, "can you fix it?" is a command, not a polite request. This response would lose marks immediately for inappropriate tone and register. This is an official audience, so we must use a formal register. Now, compared to the example on the right, notice the huge difference in approach. The language is respectful. "I would like to bring to your attention," instead of a direct complaint. They use polite distance and formal vocabulary, stating that students find the current canteen menu limited in variety. Finally, the request is phrased respectfully. "We respectfully request that healthier options be considered." This is the kind of professional, well-structured feedback that secures full marks for register. Remember, you should choose the right words to match your audience. Now let's go over a detailed, annotated template of a formal letter, showing you exactly where to place what required element to secure those format marks. Starting at the top is the sender's address. It's placed on the top right or left, and you do not write your name here. Directly below that is the date. Always write the date out in full, such as the 15th of March 2026. Next comes the recipient's title and address. This is who you are writing to, like the principal of Orchid Primary School. The salutation must be formal. The rule here is, use the name if it is given, as in, "Dear Mr. Tan." If the name is unknown, you must use "Dear Sir, Madam." Before the main text, include a subject line. This should be bold or underlined, and state the letter's purpose at a glance, such as, "Feedback on the school canteen." Now for the letter's content. The opening is vital. State your purpose in the very first sentence. For example, "I am writing on behalf of the students." The main body should dedicate 1 paragraph to each content point you need to cover, and use signposting words like "firstly" to guide the reader. After addressing all your points, use a closing. This is a polite, professional way to end, such as, "I hope you will consider our suggestions." Never end abruptly. Finally, the sign-off. This must match your salutation. If you addressed a named person, "Dear Mr. Tan," use "yours sincerely." Then your name and designation, like chairperson, follow the sign-off. Master this template, and you will ace the format section every time. The third, and arguably most critical area of situational writing is covering all content points. The exam will specify between 3 and 5 content points that you must address. Missing even a single one of these points will cost you marks, regardless of how beautifully the rest of your letter or report is written. A simple strategy is to number each required point, and then tick it off as you cover it in your draft. Let's look at a sample situation. Writing a letter to parents about a school recycling drive, which has 5 required points. Here is how you address them. Point 1. The purpose of the drive. We cover this by stating, we are organizing this drive to promote environmental awareness and reduce waste in our school community. Notice how we expanded the purpose beyond just recycling, to include environmental awareness and reduce waste. Point 2. The types of items that can be recycled. We give specific examples. Acceptable items include old newspapers, glass bottles, plastic containers, and electronic waste. Giving those clear examples ensures the point is fully covered. Point 3. The date and location. This must be precise. The event will be held on the 15th of October 2026 at the school hall from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Be sure to include the day, month, year, venue, and time if provided. Point 4. How parents can participate. We provide clear instructions. Parents are welcome to drop off items on the day or send them with their children by the 14th of October. Point 5. A request for their support. We close with a respectful, formal request. We sincerely hope that you will lend your support to this meaningful initiative. Remember, always expand each content point with at least one supporting detail or reason. And most importantly, write everything in full, connected sentences and paragraphs, not just a list of answers. This detailed approach is your guarantee for securing full marks on content. Finally, a list of the 10 most common mistakes students make and how you can sidestep them to secure your full marks. Number 1. Skipping a content point. It bears repeating. Every missed requirement loses marks. Always number and check every point in your writing. Number 2. Missing sender's address. In a formal letter, your address must be present at the top of the page, before the date. Number 3. Wrong register. Avoid contractions like, I'm writing because, in a formal letter to an official. Use full forms, and maintain that formal, polite vocabulary we discussed earlier. Number 4. Wrong sign-off pairing. If you address a named person, Dear Mr. Tan, use yours sincerely. If you address Dear Sir/Madam, use yours faithfully. Number 5. No opening statement of purpose. Start with why you're writing. A phrase like, I am writing to, sets the context immediately and professionally. Number 6. No closing paragraph. Never end a formal piece abruptly. Always include a polite close like, I look forward to your response, or thank you for your kind attention. Number 7. Bullet points instead of prose. Unless the prompt explicitly instructs you to use a list, all your content points must be written as full, connected paragraphs. Number 8. Wrong text type format. Remember your specific structures. For a report, you must use headed sections. For a speech, you must address your audience directly. Number 9. No signposting words. Use transition words like firstly, in addition, furthermore, and finally, to connect your points smoothly and logically for the reader. Number 10. Using I throughout a report. Reports must be objective. Avoid writing in the first person. Instead, use objective language such as, it was observed that, or, the survey revealed. Use this as your checklist, and score full marks on the situational writing section. Thanks for watching. Head over to smartpathsg.com to play our free PSLE practice game, or join our community for more tips and resources. Don't forget to subscribe for new videos every week.